by Phil Knight. If you want to be really very good in storyteller, I recommend you to read this book. In the era of Puma and Adidas, the shoe manufacturing of both brothers is expanded the world. But this guy who brought the Nike is simply awesome. It was in 1962 where he has a crazy idea. This crazy idea encouraged him to develop the manufacturing industry of Nike. It starts with Stanford, where he researched and presented this idea. His HOD appreciated it, but his friends and family is not accepted. And later, he went for the world tour. After the world tour, he ended up in Japan. That's what he planned because there are a lot of shoe manufacturers available, and he wanted to meet one of the manufacturer, Oketsu. The name of the brand is Tiger. So slowly he start convincing them and place the order. First order he placed for $50, and it was delivered to his home. And from there he started his journey of selling the shoes. His father was very crazy because he started this journey as an MBA graduate when he's selling the shoes. Father didn't appreciate, but he knows the value of his son and he really encouraged him. First year in 1962, $50. In 1963, it was $15,000. In 1964, it is $25,000. In 1965, $150,000. Slowly, when it started growing on, he, as he is an athlete, his coach Boberman is really encouraged him and he made him partner. So they made the partnership of 49% stake for him and 51% stake with his coach because his coach was very good in designing the shoes. What are the nook needed for that exactly what how the athlete needs. So this is how they have developed it. But in one point of time, the Okito, the Tiger brand manufacturer, they made a 3-year agreement with them. But Phil Knight asked him why you can't extend for 5 years. But they had some plan. And when they came back, he came to know that they are going to expand with other distributors. This made them very angry and annoyed. However, they can't communicate to them because they need the business badly. Even though he's having this, in the back end, if you see, he suffered a lot. His account was zero. He had a lot of debt. He's borrowing the money from the bank. And apart from that, he is also doing the jobs. First, he started accountant. He worked a lot. 4 members. There is around 16 to 18 hours he worked every day, which is not satisfying to him. So later, it turned into a teacher, accountant teacher. From there, he married a girl called Mrs. Penny. So that's how his life starts. After that, only I've completed around 160 pages. This is about all about. Next, when it comes, I'll brief it about. When I read this book, it's really very good book, and I recommend you all to read this book because it's clearly communicating how the story you should tell, and also from an era where one there are two big giants in the world for the shoes. How a normal person turned out to be a very good competitor for them. It's really amazing book. I recommend you to all read it. I'll remain the remaining chapters. I'll read it on the next week. Thank you. And over to you,
Good
Samjosh.
evening, everyone.
Hey, thanks, Ramesh.
Yeah, I'm going to speak about the topic called faith from the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is the second, faith is the second step towards the riches, they say. It's a head chemist of the mind. And faith is an emotion which is one of the strongest among all the emotions, like love. And when mixed with a thought or desire in the mind, faith uh, will act as will just go into the subconscious mind, will be readily picked up by our subconscious mind. From here, it is translated into its spiritual equivalent and transmitted to infinite intelligence. Then, how to develop faith? Here, autosuggestion is used to develop faith if one wants to develop it. Repetition of affirmation of orders to the subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary development of the emotion of faith. This is like saying one can become successful or beneficial for the society or one can become a criminal too. But it all depends on the person. It all depends on the person to what he wants to become. He can choose what he wants to become. Unknowingly or knowingly, if one fills their minds with positive emotions like faith, love, etc., or they fill their mind with negative emotions like fear, doubt, or unbelief, uh, the subconscious mind will take up this and will convert it into its physical equivalent. So one needs to be very cautious here. So they have to observe their thoughts and emotions in a regular basis or continuously in their life. There is a five-step formula given here for the buildup of self-confidence, which is called a self-confidence formula. This lack of faith indicates lack of self-confidence in oneself. So this self-confidence formula has five steps given in this chapter. Like these five steps should be written and they should be read aloud daily once and should be memorized for the subconscious mind to work on it. The first one will be, we should say for ourselves, like, I know about my abilities that I achieve the object of definite purpose. I demand myself persistent, continuous action towards its achievement or attainment. And I promise here and now to render such action. Second one, I realize and I know that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually transform into physical reality or physical equivalent. So I devote 30 minutes of time to observe my thoughts and concentrate on my thoughts and to imagine myself to be a person who I intend to become. Number third is I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire I hold in my mind persistently will seek expression through some practical means. For this, I devote 10 minutes of time for the self-confidence, to develop self-confidence. Fourth is I have written down clearly my chief aim in life or chief goal in life, and I will never stop trying until I have developed self-confidence, sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. The last one and fifth one is I fully realize that no wealth or position can sustain long enough unless it is built on truth and justice. So hence I engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. These are the five steps given to develop faith and self-confidence in oneself. These should be read aloud repeatedly, daily once, and they will do their job for the subconscious mind to work on it. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. My name is Shankar. I am going to present a book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, written by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Uh, I am reading past 1 week onward this book, and last week also I delivered one talk on first chapter of this book. The and now I am going to present second chapter. The chapter is how your own mind works. So here I will go through how to train your brain, how to train your brain to think good thoughts, and you will be very happy and you will see some wonders in your life. So I will. What is the thing is, uh, think good, and good will follows. Think evil, and evil will follows. And every day, what is your thought process? It's matters. It's very important. And your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It will only follows your own conscious mind. So what is the conscious mind is thinks thought process is very effect on subconscious mind. And don't say I can't afford it, I can't do it. Don't give the negative statements. Always you will substitute, you immediately take it, reverse it. You will not say the negative statements your brain, because subconscious mind stores it and it reflects. So always whatever you will do work, So I can't do it. It will say I can't do it. Your subconscious mind tells you. So now onwards your thought process will be going to change. Whenever you will say I can't word, you have to avoid it. Whenever you get I can't, you will say I can do all things through the power of my own subconscious mind. This way you can substitute this from this fear. Then from this fear you can say always I can do all things through the power of my own subconscious mind. And how this conscious mind and subconscious mind works will, the conscious mind is like a watchman at the gate, and what it is chief function of the conscious mind is protect subconscious mind from false impressions. So choose good things like happiness and happily living and abundance. These thoughts you have to do every day. And next, the suggestions and statements of others have no power to hurt you. This is must think about yourself. So if you take the thought, if you think about your thought process and your decisions depends on other persons, don't take it will not hurt how the way you are taking. You can reject the thoughts of others, you can reject the statements of others. Okay, you can affirm the statement of others also. It depends on your thought process. Okay, so you want to live happily, so depends on your thought process only. Next, your mind is not evil. It's not evil. Your nature, all nature will not tell. It will tell. It is your mind is all tell will all nature will not affect on your mind. Your mind is, you will always utilize this your mind to blessing and heal and inspiring the people, and you will see the wonders. And see your mind. Whatever you say, just you watch it. What you are saying. What this mean? I will never say this type of statements. I will fail, I will lose my job, I can't pay the rent. So always this will be effect, these negative statements always stores in subconscious mind. So it will reflect whatever you will do in future also. So it will reflect, you can't do, you may fail. Okay, so the thought process you have to going to change. Choose your own thoughts and make your own decisions. Okay, so you have a brain, and you have a such a kind of brain, you can take your own decisions. Okay, so you can analyze, you can research it, what people will be saying much things, and you can analyze yourself. Okay, because if you take any negative statement, negative things, it will be stored in subconscious mind. Okay, it may affect on future. Okay, so you are the captain of your old soul, means subconscious mind. So make you you are the master of your fate. Okay, you have the capacity to choose life and choose love and choose healthy and happiness. So finally what I am saying, your thought process will be very matters about your daily lives. And if your thought process going to change, and your lifestyle will be going to change, and whatever the problems, if the way of thinking about the problem, the way of doing, and the way you are reflecting the problem, it is going to change. So please make habit about think differently and think positively. Okay, because it will all things will be stored in subconscious mind. It's like how the way you will take the driving. If you drive very wrongly, if and if you do wrong works, so always your mind says, subconscious mind don't know about what is right, what is wrong. It will always react how you put the seeds in your brain. So so finally you want to change the thought process, and these points may be utilize your and your life, and you will see some wonders, and you will feel also. So thank you very much to give this opportunity. Okay, and next time I will deliver another chapter of this book.
Great. Thanks, Shankar. It was a wonderful thought, actually.
Mm.
So I know I've read a couple of books on power of subconscious mind. What it basically says is, mind do not know what is good and bad. So whatever you feed it, it will take it. So if you want to keep on feeding bad things, it will take bad things and keeps on going in there. Actually, that's there. So I've read this book called Cybernetics. Actually, it tells more about subconscious mind, when to what to say when you talk to yourself. That is also one of the self-talk book. Actually, also talk a little bit of subconscious mind, and it is amazing book. Actually, that's so actually correct. So whether you think you're right or wrong, it is no, your mind will take it accordingly. That's it. So when did you start reading books, Shankar? So it's from a long time, or you started recently?
No, recently only I started reading books.
Mhm.
And I think so. I started is right book.
Absolutely.
This is actually first training of brain is very important
Absolutely. Absolutely.
for
100%.
earning money and doing different uh, coaching to your brain. First train your brain. I think thought process is very important.
Great. So you attended the PIM session also, right? Vijay Kumar's PIM
Yes,
session
yes,
last
I
week.
attended
How
last
was it?
week.
Any one or two lines about it quickly?
Last week I feel I learned much things. The self image.
Mhm.
So actually I fear about my self image. So the way of thinking, his way of thinking is different, and my way of thinking is different. So the way you are thinking, like you, if you think about your like children, how the way childrens we are now, also will think like that. It will no, it will not give any solution, and it will not affects also in your life. So you and fear, whatever the fear and whatever the thought process you have, first you have to appreciate yourself. Okay. And immediately it will not go, and you will try to change your bad image. And the way he asks the questions, and the way he trains, and he speaks nicely, and it's trains very
I think the questions he asks actually make us to think more about it. Okay, why
yes,
it is happening. So the questions is really beautifully framed.
he
That
framed
we
very
start
nicely.
we start thinking about it. Okay, this is what
Yes,
we have.
yes.
Anyways, thank you very much,
Hi,
Shankar.
Suman.
So
I'm
we have
working
the
in
next.
IT from past 7 years. So public speaking is something which I've never ventured. So I thought it would be interesting to start here. So today I'll be reading the book Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish by Rashmi Bansal. So this is the quote which is addressed by Steve Jobs in the year 2005 to the graduating University of Stanford University students. So this book is basically a collection of 25 MBAs who quit their highly paid job and secure job to follow the path of their dream of to be an entrepreneur. So today I'll be reading the story of Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani, who is the founder of the Naukri.com site. So I myself have used this site a couple of times to be updated about the new job in the market. So I thought it would be interesting to read his story. Okay. So Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani, I'm sorry. Okay. So Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani is from Delhi, and even though he gave the IIT exam, he never got into it because he wanted to pursue his dream of starting his own company from his early age. So he worked for 3 years, and later he joined IIM Ahmedabad, and there he got placed into marketing for Horlicks at HMM, I guess. But eventually he quit his job to start his own company, and he started two companies, IndiMark and InfoEdge. So IndiMark was for pharmaceutical trademarks, and InfoEdge was for salary survey and reports. Okay. In the initial days, he had to struggle a lot. He started the company when at his father's place, where he was paying a rent of, I think, 800 rupees per month. And he even struggled to pay salaries for his employees in the earlier days. But luckily, he had his wife who was very supportive, and with the help of her, he was able to manage the investment and financial needs. But in 1993, again, he and his partner split up, and InfoEdge was with Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani, and from there he had to manage the company alone. So after that, one moment. Yeah. So after that, one moment. Yeah. I'm sorry for the disturbance. So he believes that, you know, his life-changing event was, or his eureka moment was when he observed that people were always keen to know what is the new job in the market, and the people who were reading the business magazine, which is like a business magazine, was a famous magazine by then, and people who are always reading wanted to know about what is a new job in the market. So he thought that he wanted to do something on that, and he got that idea. And his life-changing event was when in 1993 he visited Asia IT Expo, where he learned about website and internet. So with the help of his brother and two other friends, he built the website. But at the time, only 14,000 people in the entire country had the internet connection. But still Sanjeev believed that it's a good number to go ahead, and he wanted to go forward with his idea. By the year, I think 2006, it became the first company whose IPO was successful in the stock market, and their profit was in crores. So my take on this story is like, you should never stop learning, even though you're struggling and all. You should always be open for learning in life. Like Mr. Sanjay Vikchandani, today even he was so successful, he visits IT Expo every year to learn about the new ideas and keep himself updated with the new technology. So it should be always open for learning, and always, you know, we always have a rock solid plan in life that I want to do like this, I want to get the investor from there. But things don't go as we want, okay? But you should never be disheartened. You should believe in yourself. Even though if you have struggling days, you should keep moving and always be open for learn, and never give up on yourself.
Hello everyone.
So, yeah.
I'm going to speak about the 5% zone. I have shared the document on the group chat. This is written by just a moment. This is written by Stephen Krempel. He's a coach, and he's a coach, he's a writer, and he's also hold positions of CEO and chief learning officers in different Fortune 500 companies. So what is this 5% zone? So as per Stephen, what he says is 95% of what we are as an individual, as an identity of what we hold, we continue to be that 95%. The 5% of what we are supposed to change as per situation, as per the necessity. And especially he speaks about this 5% for people to grow in their corporate careers, or anywhere in the personal front or the professional front, where we create a visibility for our own self. Why it is required that 5% change to bring that visibility is to accommodate ourselves as per that particular situation. Say for example, he gives an example where you're presenting something for the senior management. So it is very important that you are conscious about you're conscious about the time factor and the things what you are presenting to the senior management. Say for example, you have 10 to 20 items on your list, and you have something to present for your senior management in just 2 minutes. So you will have to make it very crisp and present it very confidently to be acceptable for your senior management. So bringing that 5% change, it can be in many ways. Maybe the way you speak confidently, being positive about during your interactions with your senior management, or say in your where you're meeting up your senior management in a informal get together. So you need to change yourself as per the situation. Say you're in an informal gathering and you're cribbing something about your work front in an informal gathering, it doesn't gel well. So that last impressions will always stay with any of them, and especially with your senior management. So that is what the writer emphasizes on. And there are a couple of us people who also ask, and when you're making those changes, it doesn't mean that you're authentic to your own self, you're trying to be different. So what Stephen explains is, say for example, when you're in your home with your own buddies, school and college buddies, you are a different person. When you're with your own family, say your spouse and children, you're a different person. Say you're in a with your parents and your cousins and all, you're a totally a different person. Say for example, you're in a church or a temple or in a religious get together, you are a different person. So that is as simple as it is. So it is nothing to question about your authenticity. So it is just being different in a different situation and being true to yourself. So that 5% is very much important. I'll just give a brief about GEM philosophies, what Stephen says. 7 GEM behaviors. GEM behaviors or global executive mindset. And those 7 GEM philosophies, behaviors are first one is take ownership. Take ownership of whatever you're doing, whatever your responsibilities are. Build the trust. Build the trust in whatever you're doing. Maybe it is personal friend or a professional friend. Build the trust, talk positive, and support each other. It doesn't mean that always we as a person have to when it is interdependent, and you need to have that have that mindset of supporting each other. Communicate confidently. So whatever is given to you, make it precise and present it as in a very confident manner. Provide direct feedback. It's very important. You need to be very assertive. Not that you're not agreeing for something and you're trying to put a different image in front of people. So it is very important we be assertive and present whatever is right for us. That will help us in a long way. That is what the writer says. Articulate points, view clearly. So articulate your points while you're presenting to the senior management. It's very important because it's very important you become clear before you present it to the senior management so that it is accepted and approved. Connect personally. If there is an opportunity to connect personally in an informal gathering, don't withdraw yourself, say in a dinner, in a lunch, or in a party. So be yourself and take that opportunity to know each other, and that will help in turn in building better understanding with your colleagues and senior management. And the 7th point is coach and recognize others. So it's not only about us, as I mentioned before, it is also to coach and recognize others who are junior to us. So that also helps us to grow in a longer run. And we also learn a lot from each other. So these are the 7 GEM behaviors. In the next session, I'm going to talk in detail about the 4 core philosophies of GEM behaviors. That is all from us.
So why do you have to learn public speaking actually? So this is my nugget. So somewhere I read and I was going through some workshops and all, I got this and I thought I should share this details with you so that it'll be helpful for you as well, right? Because public speaking is one thing which gives us a lot of enormous amount of knowledge, but this 4 F's what I'm talking about is it can change your life as well. No, so 4 F's, let me come into it. Actually, the first F is fun. So when I say fun, does it mean that learning public speaking is a fun, or I'm not talking about public speaking is fun. So what I'm telling is like if I tell you to mera mazak na ud jaye. So what happens is, see, when people have expectations from us, when you become a leader or you're speaking in front of anybody, good number of people actually, right? That time it should not become a fun. People should not make fun of you saying that this guy do not know to speak. And I can tell you a story about actually which has happened actually in my office where I was working in 2008 or 9 actually. So we had some forum where one of our senior leadership came in and he was little not okay in that speaking as well. So and after the leadership session, everybody went into the restroom. That most of the corporate most of the gossips happens, the boys gossip happens in the restroom as well. So they went to the restroom and they started talking about it. And most of them did not know that the person, the senior leader who was speaking there also was in the restroom, and some of them started commenting about him, about his speak and all those stuffs actually. And all of a sudden, when everybody gone out and he was also coming out of the restrooms, and he had heard those things actually. I don't know what he has gone through. Probably he would have not made any, probably would have thought, okay, it's okay, whatever people speak, they can speak and things like that. But it actually makes, when we are not able to deliver according to our expectations of people. So when you're a leader and when you're speaking in the forums, not able to, then it'll become a fun actually. People laugh at you. People, think that, okay, you're not supposed to be a leader. You don't know speaking. How can, this guy can become a speaker? But it doesn't mean that, okay, only the, what do you say, the good speakers can become leaders also. There are other, in terms of different languages people can speak. Somebody is not probably not good in English, maybe they can be good in their mother tongue and they can be like a leader also. But I'm just generally overall I'm telling you, if you're not able to speak, people can make fun of you, right? Second thing, second F, what I'm talking about is focus actually. When I say focus, see, I don't know whether you guys, anybody know about this person called as Dale Carnegie. I think everybody would have heard about it because he is one of the person who has built in a lot of public speaking courses, and he has his coaching what is it, institute as well, where they charge a huge amount of money to learn public speaking. Has written n number of books as well. I think you would have heard about other person called as Andrew Carnegie also. He was also in the 19th century. He was there with Dale Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie was one of the industrialists in US. And he was one of the industrialists. In his 30s itself, he became a multi-billionaire because of his the steel industry, what is developed in 1900s in US actually, and become multi-billionaire. And most of them thought that the money which he earned through those business is doing some incorrect dealings, or maybe some Gucci or something wrong there happening. And he was called to the court actually, asking to uh, produce the proof that, how did you make the money, what is the secret behind you making money and you're becoming rich so soon actually. And he gave one answer to that particular question. He told that I have a capability, or I have a ability to concentrate or focus on one thing for 5 minutes continuously. So there is the answer what he gave. He has a capability to focus on one thing for 5 minutes continuously, because that is true. According to psychology, human being cannot concentrate on one thing continuously for 5 minutes. Whether you sit for a meditation or whatever you're doing, if you sit, close your eyes and sit, you cannot focus on one thing, because there are a lot of things will be going in your mind. Some of the other things will come up. Yes, go ahead, Kashnath, go ahead.
It is just coinciding with what you are saying, so I thought I will add on to that.
Absolutely.
In the advertising world, they are saying that within 13 seconds is the maximum you can catch an attention of a person.
Absolutely.
After 13 seconds, the person's mind runs away. So if you can't catch that person in 13 seconds, then whatever you do is waste. So what you said that person is doing for 5 minutes, then obviously it is something to be talked about. Please.
Correct. Absolutely. That is why the people who can do that for 5 minutes is on the top of the world actually. Probably some of the gurus and some of the top entrepreneurs who are doing it actually, right? So that is where they're. So it's very difficult to concentrate. So that's the answer what he gives. That is why he is a billionaire there actually. So how public speaking can help you in this is, so when you're talking about it, you can concentrate on your talking rather than concentrate on thinking about anything else actually. So if you have a 4 minutes talk, make sure you just talk on that topic 4 minutes without thinking anything. So you're concentrating on your topic completely on that time. Maybe you're not completely focused, at least the concentration will be there. So that way you can practice concentration for a couple of minutes actually, how on a daily, weekly basis when you speak about it. Because when you speak about it, people are feared about it. Example, when you speak in a forum of 100 or 200 people, so if you're not a concentrate or maybe a good speaker, and if you have a fear in your mind, always you will think why that person is looking into the mobile when I'm speaking here, why this person is getting up and going, why somebody is talking when I'm speaking in there. So if you're a true speaker, if you have confidence in yourself, you don't think about what's happening in the hall actually. So you just want to deliver what you want to deliver and make sure you pass on the message to people, because people may not concentrate, everybody may not concentrate to your talk every time. So you can focus through your public speaking as well. So develop your focusing things actually, right? Next thing on the fourth F, what I want to talk about is about failure or maybe lost fear or something like that. Because see, if you're not a good speaker, if you cannot gel with people, it becomes very what do you say, tough for you to be in the crowd. Actually, you will be always feel out of the crowd. I was telling to Prafula, right? So 12 years back, I used to be like that. So I was always out of the crowd. So I used to be happy saying that, okay, if I can get some, single seat somewhere, I can sit, without any interaction, look, watching all the people, and I'm happy with it actually, which is not going to help. You'll be out of the crowd and you're not going to get the knowledge. You're not going to get along with the people. You're not going to get out of the fear of speaking, gelling with people and all those things. So the fear of failure. So you will fail if you're not, getting into public speaking. You need to understand, you need to learn public speaking so that you don't have to fail there. So you need to feel part of that crowd, right? And so that you can achieve your dream, what you want to achieve. The fourth one is finance. Why I'm telling about finance is it's not that it can give you finance, but you can build wealth through public speaking. Because as Kashinath was telling about the 13 seconds, actually in digital marketing also I've seen this, most of the people, digital gurus telling about it. Actually, whenever you put your ad into the digital marketing content and put it in the Facebook or LinkedIn or any other website, actually the first 10 to 11 seconds or maximum 13 seconds is you need to deliver your message and capture that person's attention. If you're not going to capture the attention of that person, then it is gone. So you lost that sale. So he is not going to click on your link or register for your webinar or maybe your sales or whatever it is. He's just gone there. So that's the only span what you have. That's what the digital marketing says. So how you can make money through this, if you're good in speaking, if you can take out your one niche out from you. Example is somebody is interested in mathematics, because I've seen a lot of people in the web. Actually, I believe going through a lot of digital marketing, the lot of YouTube videos and things like that, how do people make money out of it. I came across one person who is maths teacher, just teaching mathematics on online. Actually, he's a little passionate about his mathematics and he is good in public speaking and teaching it, and he earns nearly, yearly income is nearly 34 to 40 lakh rupees. He spends just by the webinar and teaching online. That's it. And I came across one person, lady who had rheumatoid arthritis. When she was in engineering, she was going through that pain of rheumatoid arthritis in her legs, and she was not able to get up and walk most of the times, and she was paralyzed for a couple of months. And she took treatment for that. She went into some inner healing and all those stuffs actually, and she came back with a story and also a course for coming out of rheumatoid arthritis throughout India. And he started digitally promoting her course so that she can help people through her courses actually. And she was charging for that because she is utilizing a lot of tools and things for that actually. And in 6 months she made like 7 lakh rupees through the to the niche what she had and the problem what she had, and go through that. So basically, why money we require, if in the sense why public speaking should, or maybe why should you make through public speaking skills money, is because see, money is required for everything. So I love to do charity, but if I have 20 rupees in my pocket, I can give out 10 rupees. If I don't have money, I cannot give out money. So if I have to travel, I need money. If I have to gift for my loved ones, I need money. So for whatever I need money. But I don't know whether everybody agree to it or not. I am not in with the people who says money is not everything. Don't go behind money, but go behind money in the right way. So don't leave everything behind, your health, your family and everything, and run behind money, but make sure you go in the right way and make more money so that you can use that money for your constructive process. So that is a fourth F. So public speaking can bring you a lot of money in case if you utilize it in a proper way. There is a lot of ways to use public speaking in the right way to make money out of it. Okay, these are the 4 F's. What I said, it is fun, focus, fail, and finance. The 4 F's what I want to talk about in public speaking. I'll come up with a little more nuggets on public speaking next week as well. But having said that, that is what I want to convey here.